Fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and BigGTV.
And this portion of the Coach's Show is brought to you by Idiz Tees, who will be happy to help you fulfill all of your imprinted apparel, embroidery, and advertising specialty needs. Find out more at idiztees.com. John Dinkins here with you for what you call the middle half of the show. And Chris Johnson, the Laverne Wolverines, joining me. And Chris, another tough night, but as we were looking at scores, you all played them pretty tough at the early going against Riverdale.
Yes, sir. I mean, it seems to be our forte here lately. The first half, we're in it. I think down the stretch, depth and things of that nature starts wearing on us. You know, guys start showing fatigue. But we saw some great things from some guys last night. Of course, you know, this was a simple case of Riverdale, who has championship pedigree, guys that have experience, just kind of leaning on us a little bit, and it kind of took its toll.
You know, a couple of red zone situations, you held them to field goals. I was kind of monitoring the game as we were doing ours last night, and I turned and I said, you know, Laverne's hanging pretty tough in this game right now, and again. And depth is something that you can't change that overnight. It's going to take a while to get enough. And when you're kind of rebuilding a program, that's a slow process, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a slow process, you know, depth, but then also youth. I mean, we had some young guys that I felt like got in and grew up a little bit last night. Desmond Houston, who we call him DJ, got in. It was his first start, his first varsity experience at corner, and he got in, got a pick, had 3 pass breakups, and but he's also young too. Mm-hmm. And we had some young guys. Thomas Dixon got in on special teams, had a couple of good returns. You know, Tyler Woods was in at safety. He's a freshman and got in and got some good game experience. So we're seeing some growth out of some guys that's getting in, or young guys that's getting in and getting some valuable experience. We had some of our seniors played hard as well. You know, you talk about Freddie Mills and Kevin Ruiz and Big Austin Dixon on the line. These guys, they're giving it their all defensively and offensively as well.
The when you talk about youth, and I can't stress the point enough, that there's...
Get ready for an unforgettable night and support First Shot. Autumn at the Alley is coming to Oakland's Mansion Tuesday, September 24th from 6 to 9 p.m. Sip on fine bourbon, wine, and spirits, enjoy premium cigars, and feast on incredible food from the Alley on Main, all while enjoying live music under the stars. Proceeds benefit First Shot's Academic All-Stars and Send the Kid to Camp programs. Find out more on their Facebook page and through Eventbrite. Autumn at the Alley, September 24th.
To practice with, it's hard to show guys like, no, you're gonna have to be faster, you're gonna have to be bigger, you're gonna have to be stronger, and then when you go play against that, it's like, oh, okay, we get it now. Mm-hmm. So as I said, you know, I think we're gaining valuable experience, but what I'm most proud of, there's no quit in any of our guys.
Right.
I mean, they're fighting all the way till the end, and you know, after the game, you know, you call them up and you know, you ask them, is anybody gonna quit, and they all collectively said, no, sir.
And you kind of bring up an interesting point to me, because I haven't known you very long, but in talking to you, you seem like a real motivator, and I know your outside interest in that kind of thing, that kind of comes with the job as well, motivating people. And I think that's going to be important down the road for Laverne, because the motivation factor is going to be huge, I think.
Yes, sir. I mean, we talk about what we're trying to get out of this, and we've said it from day one. At the end of the day, if you come to Laverne High School and play football, I always tell the parents, I can't promise you wins and losses. I can't promise you scholarships, but what I can promise you is they'll be better young men when they leave this program. Mm-hmm. And we talk to them all the time about these lessons are actually lessons in life, and I hope that they're pulling these lessons in life from these situations. Like, life will not always go the way you want it to. You will not have great days all the time, but you have to know how to pull yourself together, learn a lesson. I've always had this mindset. You're never a loser. So you think about it. The scoreboard may dictate or say one thing, and that's in the game of sports. But you either win or you learn.
And I'm thinking I'm going to go into your past just a little bit. I know football's meant a lot to you in your past, and how did it help you mold you into the person that you are today? Because to me, you talked about the game of life, and that's football, not Laverne, but football in general is kind of like that. I mean, you're going to face obstacles, you're going to face trials and tribulations. Tell me how it affected you, how it helped you.
Well, my dad sent me to Middle Tennessee State University back in 1999. And I remember the conversation he had with Andy McCullum then. Coach McCullum said, he's going to be a better man when you send him to me. And Coach McCullum was a huge part in shaping and molding some of my core values today, because he taught us how to be men. We use football as a vehicle to help mold and shape men. And so I still live by some of those principles today, and I'm sharing some of those with these young men and kind of helping them understand, like, life is going to knock you down. And things are going to happen. And let me show you how I was able to process some of the things that happened with the teams that we were on, that we didn't always win. We had losing seasons, but we learned some valuable lessons in those processes, and we're seeing that now. The guys are learning how to fight. They're learning how to persevere.
Coach McCullum was a huge motivator too.
He was.
I mean, he was something. Good memories of those MTSU days there. And you didn't come in with your eyes closed. I mean, you knew that the challenge would be, we're going to be young. We've got to get people to come out for football, and we've got to get them to love the game. And I think that's kind of what you've kind of built this on, is trying to motivate and get the fire back in them and to play football at Laverne.
Well, let me say, I want to just say again that I'm thankful for the fans, the cheerleaders, the band, all of the Wolverine supporters that came out. We've had huge support at home, which from what I'm hearing has not always been the case. So we're shifting the culture first. And that is we want it to be a good place to play on Friday night for visitors and for our home fans. And so we're seeing that. And so I think the rest will come, and we're starting there with shifting the culture, the mindset, and the kids are starting to buy in, and we're still encouraged.
You look like a guy that walks the halls, and talks to kids. Am I right?
I walk the halls. I meet kids, but I'm also the track coach too. So I'm building relationships, and that's what it's going to take.
We're talking to Chris Johnson, head coach of the Laverne Wolverines. Let's talk about the schedule. It doesn't do you any favors in terms of, this is a really tough region to be in. I mean, it's tough, and everybody knows that. You've got a Blackman team coming in here who's blazing hot. And what do you expect from them? I know they've got some speed. They've got some things that they're going to be challenges.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're very well coached, and they're going to be solid, and they're going to have talent. They're going to have size. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. But I can tell you, we're going to go out there and fight as hard as we can. We're going to go and compete. Our coaches are going to prepare well. And we're going to get our guys in the best position possible to go play and compete in this game.
There are a lot of changes going on at Laverne. I know the new, I guess, called a high rise. I'm not really sure how to explain that, but I think it's the first third story that's going to be in Rutherford County. And how can you relate that and the changes? And I know there's going to be improvements in the football program, the stadium, and everything. That has to be a help for you to get kids. Look at what we're doing here.
Well, we're just following leadership. Can't say enough about Dr. Hatchett and what she's been able to do in the years that she's been there. She has shifted the culture, made some changes, and all of the things that's happening at Laverne High School is we're just following her lead. And so it's exciting times when you look at the construction that's happening, and the kids that are expressing interest now and wanting to come to Laverne. You know, you look at all the growth that's happening there. So we're excited about the future. We're also excited about the rest of this season. I mean, even though the schedule is tough, it's tough for everyone. And so, you know, the back half of this season is still some low-hanging fruit there.
I would think Dr. Hatchett, I was actually her principal in middle school, and she was an athlete herself. So she knows the trials and tribulations of things of going and first year and that kind of thing. So it's good to have that person there behind you.
It really is. Our administration staff, Dr. Hatchett, Coach Jones, our AD, you know, all the way down to teachers who have expressed support for our student athletes. It has been amazing to see, and I'm excited about how everybody's pulling together.
I think when the high rise is we're in and that kind of thing, and I know turf, all those kind of things. There's more to being a football coach than wins and losses too, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of responsibilities that are placed on you that, and you knew that going in.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just part of it. You know, I think ultimately the opportunity to impact kids and to change lives is what we really take seriously. And so sometimes you could do that on the field, and most of the time it's how you build relationships and do it off the field.
That game will be on the road Friday, correct?
Yes,
at Blackman?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
They've got a great atmosphere there. I think your guys will be enthused at that because, you know, nothing gets you fired up. I don't care if it's visiting away, and you'll have a pretty good crowd from your school too. So it should be a good atmosphere on Friday night.
I'm looking forward to it. I think we need an away game just to, you know, we've had several home games here. I think we need an away game. So, you know, I know when I played, it was always good to go away and kind of connect on that level. So it'd be interesting.
Got to get everybody on the bus and do all those kind of things.
That's right.
Too. That's a learning situation too, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It is.
That's Chris Johnson, the head coach of the Laverne Wolverines. They travel to Blackman on Friday night. This portion of the show has been brought to you by Rick's Barbecue, serving up the best smoked barbecue, ribs, and many local favorites on Warrior Drive. Locally operated by Anne Marie Brents and the Lanning family. Coming up next, it's Oakland coach Kevin Creasy.